It's Thursday, the 5th of August. Hello and welcome to Business Morning. This Thursday, a very special edition of the program for you. Now, let's bring you up to speed with the story that is unfolding. For, of course, it's on the pages of newspapers every day. The reported removal of the Director General of the Nigerian Stock Exchange by the Securities and Exchange Commission and the suspension of Aliko Dangote from the Council of the Stock Exchange. This is a developing story, and we need to bring you some stories that's making headlines as we speak. A few minutes ago, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Ms. Aroma Ote, walked into the Nigerian Stock Exchange headquarters here in Lagos, and she's currently at the council room of the Stock Exchange holding meetings with certain individuals. Of course, the SEC late last night in his press statement stated that he's going to appoint an interim management to manage the affairs of the Stock Exchange until a new Director General is appointed and solve other issues of corporate governance. This is the stories that is making headlines also as we speak. We're getting reports from our correspondents down at the Stock Exchange headquarters that Aroma Ote will announce the new Director General of the Nigerian Stock Exchange later today, and as soon as those meetings are concluded. Right now, we're getting reports as well that there's a presence of the State Security Services, what we call the SSS. That's the breaking news as we speak, and other securities agencies, according to one stockbroker who spoke with us on phone about 10 minutes ago. These are gun-toting security men surrounding the stock exchange within the premises. As we speak, the trading floor has been closed to all investors or journalists covering the marketplace. So the 8th floor and the 9th floor of the stock exchange is not accessible to certain individuals, including some top staff of the stock exchange as we speak. Practically, the stock exchange has been taken over by the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is the first time in the 50-year history of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Of course, the NSE will clock 50 on the 15th of September, just 30 days before that. Now, the meetings that's currently going on today will be very, very critical as to who becomes the interim administrator of the stock exchange, as well as the new council that will be formed. Now, this is a developing story, and this is still very early days, as it were. One of the stories that we're also getting from the stock exchange right now from our reporters on ground is that there will be a media briefing at about 2 o'clock today. That's about 4 hours, about 4 hours from now, when the Securities and Exchange Commission will brief the media formally on those steps that have been taken over the past few days to step into the crisis or the controversy surrounding the stock exchange. Those are the stories that are breaking news as we speak. We'll bring more for you as we move on. But let's look at the unfolding stories. Things are very unfolding. The story is still very hot, as it were, and things were moving rapidly as we speak. Some of the stories right now is there's a state of high uncertainties as far as the marketplace is concerned. We're getting feelers that the market is at a pre-open stage. It's about 5 minutes past the hour of 10. The brokers are there on the trading floor. The formal trading hasn't started. There will be a number of issues to contend with. Whether there will be a formal opening bell that is conducted by an official of the stock exchange, will that be done by the SEC Director General, Ms. Aroma Ote, or someone else? That will be a number of issues to look at. This is history in the making, and you are part of it here on Business Morning, as well on Channels Television throughout the day. We're getting unconfirmed reports that the embattled Director General of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Professor Nnamdi Okereke-Onyuke, may seek a court injunction against her purported removal by the SEC, including other council of members of the exchange. These are still stories that have not yet been confirmed. No one knows the whereabouts of Nnamdi Okereke as we speak, and these are still stories that are unfolding. We'll bring you up to speed with the rest of the programming. But there are questions being raised over the last few hours by analysts and everyone who has read the press statement from the Securities and Exchange Commission, and those who have an insight into the letter written by SEC to the Council of the Exchange and the Director General that's been removed herself. Now, this is where the stories are very, very naughty, as it were, and the questions are being raised. What are the powers of the investment of the Securities and Exchange Commission under the ISA 2007 to remove the Director General of the Stock Exchange? The press statement issued by the SEC at about 10 p.m. yesterday night stated that the Council of the Exchange was advised to remove the NSE Director General. It says, in quote, the current Director General of the Exchange, Professor Nnamdi Okereke-Onyuke, be removed from the office of the DG as CEO of the NSE. That statement from the SEC did not state that the SEC has removed the Director General of the Stock Exchange, Ndi Okereke UK. However, the letter that Ndi Okereke claimed that she received, according to sources a few minutes ago, said that she would be removed by the Council of the Exchange. She was not directly removed by the SEC. For everyone out there who has a little bit of a history of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, this is not the first time we're going through this road, as it were. Some years ago, a former Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Suleiman Ndanusa, issued a statement also asking that the Stock Exchange Director General vacate office. That was the direct order of removal of the Stock Exchange Director General, the same Ndi Okereke UK, and the then President of the NSE. So this is stories that we're following very close. But there's a question there. A lot of questions are there. What happens to other council members if this Securities and Exchange Commission ordered the Stock Exchange Council to remove Ndi Okereke? Did the Council of the NSE sit midnight yesterday? Has that been carried out as we speak? At this time, the Council of the Stock Exchange is yet to make a statement regarding whether Ndi Okereke has been removed from office. So the question further, has the SEC dissolved the NSE Council? Is that a yes or is that a no? Perhaps these questions will be answered later today when the SEC DG Aroma Ote briefs the media at about 2 p.m. Further question is that Dangote is still on the Council of the Exchange. Technically speaking, the SEC says he should stop parading himself as the president of the Stock Exchange until the determination of the legal issue with the Lagos court. But will Dangote revert right now to the first vice president of the NSE, who removed Ndi Okereke as the DG of the SEC, and is the Securities and Exchange Commission using central bank's intervention template to handle the crisis at the stock exchange? This is still early days, as it were. These were the decisions, the reasons why the SEC took those decisions yesterday. Let's bring you up to speed. Those 5 key issues that stood out in the press statement issued late last night by the Securities and Exchange Commission. You have them now on your TV screen. The Stock Exchange Council is accused of financial mismanagement. The SEC also says it's going very strongly on governance challenges that the Stock Exchange face. The ongoing litigation regarding the presidency and other appointments on the Council of the Exchange, the inadequate oversight of the NSE over the market, as well as inordinate delays in succession plan for Ndi Okereke, who retires in the next couple of weeks from the Stock Exchange after 25 years in office. So we'll talk more about whether this is the end of an era for Ndi Okereke on UK, who came in from the New York Stock Exchange about 25 years ago. But it's been a litany of controversies since she became the Director General of the Stock Exchange. So let's move on very quickly. We have a lot to talk about. We can finish this in an hour. But look at the many battles that Ndi Okereke had fought since she became the Director General. Of course, the establishment of the CSCS in 1997, April to be precise, was one of the many battles for Ndi Okereke. The demutualization of the stock exchange, the succession and the reorganization of the only stock exchange, the issue of Transcorp PLC, the establishment of the Abuja Stock Exchange in the early 2000s, and the appointment of former SEC Director Generals Dr. Suleiman Ndanusa, Musa Al-Faki, and of course Aroma Ote herself. These are issues. This is a very powerful woman who is now been taken down from office. Of course, Ndi Okereke is also a very prominent figure in corporate Nigeria that supported the late MK Abiola's bid for the 1993 June 12 elections. MK Abiola was then the president of the stock exchange. The tenure of the immediate past president Olusegun Obasanjo was also actively